All right, guys, I'm back. Okay, part two of the corned beef dinner. So you saw me use my quick cooker at the beginning, in the first part. So I took my corned beef, I rinsed it off, and I put it into my quick cooker, the insert, and I added a little bit of fresh ground salt and black pepper. I made up my own seasoning blend, peppercorn, coriander seed, bay leaves, things that really make that corned beef taste delish. And I went to my quick cooker, I hit custom time 65 minutes. And now I let it naturally release for about 10-15 minutes. Now I'm gonna get the rest of the steam out. I'm gonna take the corned beef and put it into my large stoneware serving bowl, which is my favorite bowl because it's deep, yet it's not really deep, so there's a lot of room to work in. And I love that I can put it in the oven to keep food warm. I can actually cook in the oven with it. And I can serve cold. I can put it in the dishwasher. This is one of those really multi-use products that Pampered Chef loves to put out. So a lot of value for the buck here because it's not just for one thing. It's not just a bowl. It's a casserole dish. It's a bowl to entertain with. It's absolutely amazing. It's great to mix in and to serve. So it's one of those products that you're going to use all the time, like our platters, which you saw me do my caprese on in another video. All right, so I'm going to get I let it naturally release for about 15 minutes. Okay, but now I'm going to get the rest of the steam out because I want to get the meat out and put in all of my beautiful vegetables. So I use my serrated peeler. Let me come a little closer to you. I used my serrated peeler and I peeled my carrots. You can use baby carrots, but when I'm making corned beef or if I'm making a pot roast, which is one of the amazing recipes that comes with the cookbook that comes with the quick cooker, the best pot roast you've ever had. Pot roast and mashed potatoes at the same time. Whenever I'm doing that kind of cooking, I like a heartier carrot. I like a nice big carrot so I can have beautiful, really chunky, good size so they stay firm. They cook through beautifully, but they don't get to mush. Okay, so up to you though. And I've got in here, I washed and rinsed all of these beautiful baby potatoes, gold and purple. Now here's a little tip though. When you're making corned beef and cabbage, if you've got leftover corned beef and leftover potatoes from the corned beef and cabbage, I don't know about you, but a big hit in my house is corned beef hash. And what better potatoes to use than your leftover ones that have all that wonderful flavor from the corned beef? So corned beef, and cabbage dinner with potatoes. The next day, I will chop up whatever's left over of the corned beef. I will chop up with my mix and chop, which is one of my, gotta have products here. I'll do the quick chop. I don't want them mashed potatoes. I just want them into little pieces. Combine them with the, with the corned beef, a little bit of chopped onions, how we like it. Season it up, and I've got beautiful corned beef hash, which makes my husband really happy because he does not get that very often. And I've got a best friend who loves corned beef hash. That's her favorite thing. Every time we go out to breakfast, she's having corned beef hash with her eggs. So it's a great way to use up those leftover, corned beef and potatoes and make another nice, side dish. All right, so let's manually now release the steam. So we're going to very carefully turn our quick cooker, and then we're going to hit the button. There's not a whole lot of steam left, and it really is just vapor, but you never want to put your hand near anything coming out hot. So do be careful with that. If you're way up here, you feel nothing, but if you get closer to the vent, that's just not a smart thing to do anywhere, anytime, not with our product, any product. The safety features on our quick cooker, though, really prevent you from doing really anything major. Okay, that's the whole thing about it with Pampered Chef. When we come out with a product that's already available, we don't always want to be the first on the market. We want to be the best on the market. And this is definitely one of the best pressure cookers I have ever used. So we're letting the steam out. I'm going to take the corned beef out, and I'm going to then put in my big head of cabbage that I used our large chef knife for and cut up. And I've got my carrots and I've got my potatoes. All right. I like, I mean, if it were just me, I would add an onion as well for the extra flavor. But one of my husband's things, he's not a big fan of like onions cooked in something. So it's his meal, so no onion. Okay, but if I was doing an onion, I would actually leave the onion whole. I do that so I can pull it out real easy because I really want it just for the flavor. I don't really want to eat it. So if I chop it up, then it's into everything. That's different if I'm making a beef stew or something. All right, but for this, just put the onion in whole. Peel the whole onion, put it in, then it's easier for you, to use our scoop and drain and get the onion and, discard it if nobody wants to eat it. All right, so my red button dropped. That's your best safety feature. When that button is dropped, that means it is safe for you to open the quick cooker. So right now I'm going to turn the cooker off because I don't need it right now. I'm going to make sure everything is flush again. And I'm going to come in. Oh, yes, I got a corned beef facial. All right, so I'm going to put my lid in here. Okay, so that's done. I'm going to take my chef's tongs, okay, and I'm going to pull the corned beef out, like I said, and put it into the bowl. And if you remember, I only put in a cup of water at the beginning, but there's a lot more than that. So I'm going to get the corned beef out of here. Oh my God, it's falling apart. Hang on. Woo! Okay, let me just go ahead and get that out of there. It is a big piece of corned beef. Okay, so we've got the beautiful corned beef. I'm going to get the rest of it because it is so tender. You will not believe. Look at this. I mean, it is literally falling apart. Okay, so now I'm going to put in the cabbage, okay, right into all that beautiful corned beef stock that's in there. All right, now remember what I told you. We've got to make sure we stay under that max fill line or it's not going to come up to pressure. So I'm going to add my carrots and potatoes and make sure that I've got them well pushed down. Yep, I'm below the max line. You think I've made this a few times? Yeah, one of our favorites. I'm going to grab my lid back, okay? Remember, want to make sure everything is lined up. Your steam icons are flush. The red button is down. Your seal is all the way down. Okay, nice and tight, or else you're not going to get up to pressure. Okay, all right. And we have rings that you can buy that are different color coded. So let's say if I'm making corned beef in this one, I don't want to use the same ring to make a cheesecake because I don't want to, corned beef flavored cheesecake. I'm a little weird that way. So you can just I have one ring that I use solely for desserts, one ring that I do for all my chilies and spicy, my salsa tacos, all that. And then I have one for like pot roast, like I'm doing here with the corned beef and stuff like that. And they go in the dishwasher, you just put them back in, make sure they're nice and tight, and you're good to go. So we're gonna come in, we're gonna put in our lid back on, okay? We're gonna make sure everything is flush. And we're gonna go custom time, like we did before. And we're gonna come down, and we only need like 7 to 8 minutes, okay, for this. And then we're gonna hit start. So I know what you're thinking, like, wait a minute, 7 to 8 minutes, and we're cooking, 2 heads of cabbage, a pound of potatoes, and 5 carrots. And they're all going to be cooked perfectly. That is the great thing about cooking in a pressure cooker. Every food cooks correctly. Nothing overcooks unless you put too much time in there. But usually 7 to 8 minutes and my potatoes are perfect. I mean, imagine mashed potatoes literally ready in less than 20 minutes, or for a quick potato salad. How about pasta for pasta salad in 4 minutes? Okay, how about you forgot to pull out your meat from the freezer and you want to make a pot of chili? You can cook from frozen. That is what is so great about this quick cooker and this pressure cooker by Pampered Chef. Okay, so you never have to run to the store again or have to order fast food or eat things that aren't really good for you, or, you're doing, we're having breakfast for dinner. No, that means you just forgot to pull out the meat for dinner, okay? You're not making a moment here. All right, but seriously, so this quick cooker is going to do everything that you need done, okay? And remember what I said. you don't just get the quick cooker when you get it from us, you get me. I'm here to help you and guide you. And if you want to get it at a great price, you know where to find me. So now I'm going to cook that for about 8 minutes, and then I'm going to manually release the pressure, and I've got dinner ready for when Louis comes home. Okay, so I will take a picture and have that for you if anybody wants to see the end result. But I'm going to put a plastic wrap right now onto this corned beef so it stays nice and moist. And I could have taken out a little bit of the broth and put it on top too, but I want it to be a little bit, you know, I don't want it soggy, so I'm not going to do that because I want to be able to slice it. And my husband's going to be so happy when he walks in the door and he is smelling corned beef. That is his absolute favorite meal, I swear to you. So corned beef on a Wednesday night, an hour and 20 minutes total. I think it's doable. Bye for now, guys. Thanks.